Hey everyone, this is Ben back with you in the Midwest Model Shop. In this episode we're going to take a look at the 20mm Oerlikon Cannon options for the ship. But first off, what we're going to do is take a quick look at the 40mm Bofors, again painted up, the three that I threw together in the last video. Someone made a comment about, hey, you should show these to us painted. And you're right, because once they're painted, it totally changes the dynamic of each piece. And so if you're building the kit part from stock, or you just want to do the Pontos upgrade, you know, it helps you make a decision there. So we'll take a look at that. Then we're going to go ahead and put together the 20mm Oerlikon Cannon stock out of the kit. Then we're going to put together the Pontos one, and then I do a merger of the two. Put together the Pontos bottom, base, and blast shield or whatever, and then the cannon itself I use for the kit part. So we assemble those, look at them, compare them, and paint them. Real quick, I went ahead and painted the cannons for the Bofors and the Oerlikon all with RAF medium sea gray. I did that because, especially for the Bofors, I want to put that decal numbering each of them on the side of the shield. Thank you to everyone for your suggestions in the last video on where to get decals or dry transfers, whatever I find to put on there. My concern is that the French light blue gray that I'm using is the base color that's supposed to match what the ship's supposed to be painted. It's so light, I don't think that you'll see the white decal once it's applied. The other thing is I didn't want the cannons and the gun positions to kind of just wash out and look all the same and be monochromatic. And so this provides some contrast, and actually, now the more I'm looking at it more, I think it actually looks pretty good. Make a couple mistakes in this video, a couple of audio glitches, a couple of whatevers, but want you guys' opinion on things, please share. Lastly, no, I have not made all 20 Bofors yet, and I definitely have not made all of the Oerlikon Cannons. Right now my work schedule is 4 days gone from home, not home at all. 2 days at home, 4 days on, 2 days at home, 4 days on. It's been going that way for the last 3 weeks, and it's going to go that way probably till about third week of October, unfortunately. So I just wanted to get something out quickly for everyone to take a look at and comment on. That is it. I hope everyone is doing well. Let's jump in the video. Alright, as mentioned before in the beginning, here are the Bofors from last time all painted up. This is the Pontos one. This is the kit part with the upgraded Pontos, and then this is the kit Bofor stock. I went ahead and decided to use for paint let's see here, I went with RAF medium gray. And the reason I did this was, if you recall in the last episode, I said that a little decal I'm gonna get. Everyone suggested going and getting like a dry transfer or railroad car decals, and I'm gonna do that. And there's a little number that goes right there, but that number is white. And if I use the French light gray, whatever color I'm using for the actual light gray that's supposed to mimic what was on the ship, it'd be very difficult to see that. It wouldn't pop out. So I went with a slightly darker gray. I haven't decided if I'm going to stick with that or not, because these might be just a little bit excessively dark compared to the rest of the ship. In fact, I'll show you right now. I actually was thinking about going with navy. Let's see, it was U.S. Navy light gray, I think is the color that I might use instead. So let me stick it up on the ship, and you guys can see what I'm saying. All right, there it is up on the ship, and as you can see, the lighter gray is a lot more contrasting, but I think it looks okay. Actually, like, it stands out. You don't want it to disappear and everything. I don't want all the colors to be completely monochromatic. But like I said, I might change it up down the road. Anyway, that's a look at the Pontos Bofors installed and painted up. Well, let's start out here with the kit provided parts. As you can see, the instructions are very complicated. Take one photo etch piece of metal and attach it to part N12 56 times. Ugh. Well, let's take a look and see what it looks like though. Alright, here is the stock kit part, all assembled, all two pieces. I put together this little It's just a piece of wood with a hole in it painted black so everyone can see this. But this is what you end up with. Not too bad. Initial thoughts, the detail back here I think is adequate. It is just showing one little spot in the back here for your shoulders. So as you can see, just one. There should be two, like the photo etch has that you're about to see, but this is it. So unpainted, we'll get them all painted towards the end here. But let's go ahead and move on to the Pontos part and see what that looks like. Alright, so here are the kit instructions real quick here for the Pontos Oerlikon 20mm cannons. I'll put a link in the description down below so you can go online and go right to these instructions yourself and take a look at them. One thing I want to point out here down at the bottom, I actually screwed this up. See my big 1, 2, 3? And on the right they've got 1, 2. I circled it and then I added the 3. That order is like really important. I kind of screwed it up and I went, my order of operations was 2, 3, 1. That didn't work out so well, but I made it work. So anyway, you want to get that right as you put it together. But obviously a lot more complicated than kit instructions. Anyway, links down below. Let's look at the gun now. Okay, so this is the 20mm Oerlikon cannon by Pontos, all assembled. Quickly, before everyone jumps down my throat, yes, I could see that right there the ammo can is not very well done. I'm going to work on them, well, we'll see for the rest of them. As you can see, well, it's all brass. It looks very complicated. There's cooling lines, and then I don't know what that box is up on the top, but we've got both the armrests, you know, for your shoulders, for shooting. I think that's probably some sort of sight. It's a lot more complicated on the back of the shield there to protect you. There's a lot of detail there. Just turn it like this so you can see it. And it took a while to put together here. The brass barrel looks really sharp. I think it's nice. I think it's really detailed. Thing is, it takes up a lot of room and it's a lot larger compared to the other gun. But it is still teeny tiny. I forgot. Here's a dime for comparison. You can see that. Sorry it's reflecting there, but yeah, the gun's still really small. So the last option was, and this took a while to put together, I thought, man, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take the Pontos shield and base and the handle there, and then I'm going to put the kit gun on it. And I'm going to see what that looks like. I feel like that could be a good compromise here. So let's take a look at that and see how that turned out. Alright, this is the combination of two. That's the kit barrel with some of the Pontos, well, the Pontos base and shield on it. Got the hammer on there. So initial thoughts, obviously you lose out on having the two shoulder spots right here for shooting. You do end up though with a, what I would consider to be a more to scale looking drum, magazine drum, maybe not. The whole thing looks a little bit more petite and I think it's nice. So here's the thing. There's a pretty big difference between this gun and the other two examples I put together. And before I paint them up, I'm going to show them to you all next to each other on the ship so you can get a look at them. And you'll see what I mean about the differences in size of appearance. Let's take a look at that. Alright, here we are on the back of the Mo near the fantail, sort of. Here are all three next to each other. And as you can see in appearance, there is quite a difference. You try and move down here a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about as far as like a profile view. There's just a lot going on. So kind of staring at it right here, honestly, I like the combination of the two the best. This one. This is cool, but there's so much going on with the water cooling and the big sight and the huge, possibly more accurate, I'll have to double check, magazine. You do have the double handles on the back, and that's better. I'm sorry, the areas for the shoulders there, you know, you only have the one. But this to me looks like just right. Even though this one's got a way cooler barrel and things like that. Let's see if I can turn here a little bit. There you go. See what I'm talking about there? So I kind of feel like the right thing to do, maybe a combination of the two. I probably am going to build the bulk of them this way. We're going to nix the kit part stock all together and put together a handful of these. Maybe. I want everyone to sound off below in the comments. Tell me which one you like the best. I'm going to do a little research and see if I could find out which one looks the most accurate, and we'll probably go with that. So next thing to do to help out here, I'm going to go ahead and get all of these painted up so that we can see what they look like painted. So let's do that next. Take a look at that. All right, so here we are with everything all painted up. Yeah, they look nice. So you can see I went with the darker gray, just a little bit here for to help provide a little contrast so things stick out a little bit better. I did find footage for this one. That big black thing back there is actually a sight that the gunners would use to fire the weapon, and so that's why it's depicted here. This is the kit part, stock in the middle, and then down the end we have the one where I modified it a little bit, and I used the Pontos base and shield, and then the barrel from the kit. There you can see what it looks like up close. Not too shabby. I kind of don't like the stock kit at all, which is in the middle, and then here we have the Pontos one, and you know, the Pontos one's way better. It's way cooler. I think it could perfect how I put them together, and obviously make the magazine look a lot better. And I don't even have to use it. So anyway, I think what we'll probably do is possibly I'm going to do a little bit more research. We'll probably have a combination of the two on the ends there. The one on the far left, Pontos kit's the most accurate, but the one on the right looks good and it's easy to assemble. So one of those two is going to end up being probably the predominant one. I'll try and make the Pontos one for the most part. Anyway, you guys can sound off below which one you think looks better and which one you like. And I haven't made them all yet. It's going to take a while. They're actually, I think, going to go faster than the Bofors, even though there's a ton of them to be made. More than double the Bofors count. But yeah, there you go. Anyway, that's it for now. Like I said, I've been doing a lot of work and trying to get some progress made, but I just wanted to give you guys some sort of update. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching.